Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a sudden BeybladeX news video. We have a new Core issue. I was actually going to make a completely different video because we got really crappy, blurry images of leaked bays, and then like 3 days later, we actually got the Core issue. So I don't have to do that now. I don't have to squint and pretend like you can actually see anything from those images, because here we are. Starting off, Takara Tomy has been slowly but surely assimilating all of the Hasbro exclusive bays into their side of things, which is nice. Sadly, not as widely released as our versions, but except for Talentera, that's in a Night Helm or Night Mail set. But all the other three, what is it? We've done Knife Shinobi, we've done Croc Crunch, which is our Bite Croc, and now Samurai Steel Samurai, all in metal coat, like mail order releases and exclusive releases. Oh, and Tusk Mammoth is a B4 store, and pulling from this stupid Rare Bay Get Battle thing. Uh, so I think this is the final Hasbro exclusive until Hover Wyvern actually comes out for us. We don't even have that yet. But for now, you all have all the Hasbro exclusives finally. This is a really nice metal coat, though. I kind of see a key lime thing going on, which, I mean, if you're into pie, you can eat the Bay. Now, I don't eat the Beyblade. Don't use the Beyblade for any sort of absorption from some sort of orifice on your body. Spin it. Don't do anything else. Even though it's tempting with the lime color and the cream sort of metal coat. You know, with nice metal coats like this, it does really hurt when you actually get your hands on it. I haven't gotten any of the Hasbro ones, but I mean, since it's the only version of the Bay they have and don't have a widely available version, they're gonna be ripping this metal coat up something fierce. But the parts are 570, which is always nice. I prefer 560, but 570 is not too bad. And then gear flat, I believe, a widely used bit, but it'll be nice. I assume it's gonna be in like a purple or a green. I don't know if we no, we definitely have a purple version, so hopefully it's a nice lime green. But more importantly, uh, we got a blurry, kind of unseeable image of this before, but I didn't really talk about it. But on April 26th, we did know we were going to be getting a UX Bay from a previous release of like the release schedule. We knew we were going to get a UX Bay alongside the Hell's Reaper random booster, and this is our actual look at it in this Koro issue. You can kind of see here, it's got a similar. I don't have a better picture of the gimmick, but it has a similar Samurai Saber esque gimmick where the blades, this time looking like plastic, kind of flip in and out when you're spinning the bay. I'm assuming with this one though, it might lock in place, so it might just become wider in its contact points in general instead of just flipping in and out like how Samurai Saber did. This one might lock in place. You might have to manually lock it back out, or maybe you can just start like this. Who knows? If you want to choose to have the stingers in or out. I don't have a name for it, but from the part list here, we have whatever the Scorpion Bay is called here, and then 070, which is nice. You don't have to illegally make a 070 from the 080 that came with crappy Ghost Circle. You can get your own now. I don't know if it'll be any better. If I remember right, 080 was pretty heavy. So if you can get around the contact points here on the actual ratchet, kind of scratching the bottom of the stadium with like a taller bit or something, this could be really good. But we also have Z here. I can't really tell from this image. I'm assuming it's zigzag or something. I can't, or zenith for God's sake. Maybe it's something fancy. I can't really tell what it's supposed to be based off of this. It's kind of just showing it going on the rail. But it seems to be a sort of. Let me get you a better image. Sort of perfect match between point and excel. Excel really didn't excel in anything but attack, but it looks like with the sort of point thing they've got going on, or kind of like unite-ish, it'll probably have better stamina than it did before. So it's kind of just an excel upgrade. It looks like it has similar amount of gears and just shape in general, and it does have a nice thick attack band, so it shouldn't burst. So really, we could have something nice here. I think it's a balance type release. So kind of just Scythe Incendio on crack or Hell's Hammer on crack. With the balance thing, we haven't had a balance since Hell's Hammer, I think. So that'll be interesting. It does kind of have a Hell's Hammer shape minus the contacts here. So hopefully it doesn't fall under the Hell's Hammer thing where it was kind of just too gimmicky for its own good and it didn't actually end up working. But more importantly, speaking of blurry images, we've had blurry images of this bay, the Fox CX bay, going around for ages. and this is our first official look at it. And they've shown us. I don't know if they showed the other parts of the Select Random Booster. I haven't seen it. But apparently, from the best translation we have, this is supposed to be Fox Brush Jagged. Is the Assist Blade 970 Gear Rush. Gear Rush, I'm assuming, is going to be a pretty interesting, maybe more stamina than Flat, Gear Flat, sort of attack bit. So I wouldn't assume it to automatically be like the best attack bit, but it's going to be something interesting. And now that we're having more CX releases, this one coming out on May 17th in a select random booster, I think it could be interesting. Its assist blade is called Jagged, and then of course the main blade brush, and this being Fox. This of course being the sort of translations very rough, but Jaggy, Blush. It's probably Brush or something. Uh, and then Fox, maybe QB. Uh, Maybe that's just a rough translation. It would be weird if it was just called Fox because it specifically got like 9 tails on the jagged part, but who knows? Uh, oh no, it looks good. I don't think they showed the rest of the select random booster, but we do know. I think it's 080 disc ball in the black one, and I have no idea. I think it was something Unite on the yellow one, but I don't know anything outside of that. But 970 being in a release besides Phoenix Rudder, because we are getting Phoenix Rudder in the random booster this month, but instead of having that Phoenix Rudder have 970 on it, or one of the other bays in there and have 970 on it, you're going to want to go for the prize bay here. And I can't really see outside of color why you'd really want anything besides the prize bay, because disc ball is not that great. Unless it's a new Unite mold. The Unite's not that great, and neither are the Ratchets, but 970 is a really good, just pretty unburstable Ratchet to have. And it'll allow you to have, because really in tournaments you can only have one 960. It'll be nice to have a 970, so maybe you can do a more stamina combo, a 970 point or something on a Phoenix. Personally, I do 560 point on my Phoenix, but this will be nice. And it, depending on how thin, because I know with CX releases their height's been a problem, but looking at immediately a Hell's Reaper, it was pretty thin. Same with Rhino Reaper. The actual blade itself was pretty thin. So if this is also pretty thin, you can put it on a thinner assist blade, and it might be able to do something crazy if you put it on a 60 Ratchet. 455 hasn't been that great so far, but this is looking interesting, and I'm really excited to see how Gear Rush does. But honestly, overall, I am more interested in how this is gonna do, just because it has an interesting gimmick, and just Zigzag or whatever it's supposed to be here on Toxic Scorpion or whatever they're gonna call it is pretty interesting overall. With it being a sort of more stamina heavy Excel bit, which already hits pretty hard. Even but with how hard it hits and having no stamina, it's not commonly used. So I think this might actually be a pretty big attack type bit. It also fits in color really well with the prize bay here. The very next month on May 17th. So I think that could just be interesting, throwing that on there and seeing how that goes. Because, I mean, it matches the red almost perfectly. It's a little weird they went with a random pink out of nowhere. Huh. I mean, maybe they assume, since they're showing it off together, they're going to assume you're going to mix and match, and that's just a secret new combo. Jagged kind of looks interesting. I may use it. Its points are kind of more inwards than Slash are, so I might use that. If it doesn't protrude from a Dran Brave, it could be a nice mix for Dran Brave, or even Hell's Reaper if it doesn't go past that, because that's the problem CX is having, where it's basically exchanging the metal for the plastic when it comes to contact. But yeah, no, that's all we have today. Huge drop, really. Finally, officially getting a look at a bay that's coming out this month. That they're kind of just dropping 12 days before it's supposed to come out, and the release for May 17th next month. So go ahead, like, subscribe, maybe leave a comment down below talking about all this. I really want to hear about the Fox Bay. That's going to be a main of mine. Even if it's not that great, I'm at least using the lock chip. And maybe ring that notification bell if you want to see when another one of these videos come out. And y'all, have a great day.